crowd is crazy. It's crazy, to have the fans in there, the energy. It's nothing like it. And I told the guys this is why we fought so hard during the regular season to get home court advantage. And I think we truly had that with our fan base here. It's almost like wrestling. It's like you tagging in. You go out the game and there's no drop off. It's just another unit coming in as just keeping pressure on you. And I think that's the benefits of having a team like we have.
Stephen A., I'll start with you here. What do you think was the main reason for Phoenix's victory?
Two things.
Okay.
Not taking anything away from a abundance of other dudes that showed up, because Bridges was special last night.
Mm-hmm.
Was proud of that brother. But CP3, my God. I mean, for him to come out in the second half, because Bridges and those boys were balling, and it was like CP3 was saying, don't forget about me. Mm-hmm. And he comes back into the game off the bench, and just a couple of pull-up J's, and then that step back three. He didn't yell, ask about me, but he might as well have. It was something special to behold. It really, really was, to just see him go on a little spurt like that, to be pretty much the smallest dude on the court other than Campazzo, and to do what he was doing. It was special. The other thing is this, and this is just nostalgia. You can call it whatever you want, Max. I've been covering the NBA for over a quarter century. And, about a quarter century. Been in the business over a quarter century. I've never covered the NBA that long. And to this day, my hair still stands up on my skin. And I love crowds. I love that environment. When you used to travel to the Oracle and to watch Clay and to watch Steph rain threes was special. But that Phoenix crowd right there, it's special to watch. I'm going to go out there for a game. It's special to see. They have a true, real home court advantage. And I'm telling you right now, I understand COVID's going on and all of this other stuff. If other teams that play against them don't find a way to get their fans in their arenas, and they ain't like that, you ain't beating Phoenix. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, that crowd is the proverbial sixth man, and it is special to see. It's a treat to watch this game. You want to be there when you're watching.
That's a home court advantage.
No question.
Especially coming out of social distancing.
Yes.
And now you see that. You felt like they fed off the energy.
100%. They went on a 39-12 run.
Right. That's
unreal in like the third to fourth quarter. Yeah.
And Chris Paul, also, what you talk about the jump shot, the timing. Chris Paul seems to have the timing exactly right when his team needs
He's so
what.
clutch.
But that's not who I'm focused on. I think the story was actually DeAndre Ayton. And the reason is, going into these playoffs, and by the way, some of that's Chris Paul. Like, what's Chris Paul's influence going to be on Ayton? Everyone thought that he'd have a positive influence. But DeAndre Ayton was young and raw. You couldn't call him a bust. Even though he's in that same draft, Luka went third and Trae Young went fifth. He went first, right? But you still couldn't call him a bust because he's putting up numbers. Trae went four, and Luka went three.
They swapped.
And Bagley Jr. went two. And he went one. And you still couldn't call him a bust because, well, hold on, this is a center, a big, who can do a lot of things. He's already averaging almost like 20 and 10. But how would he react in the playoffs when he has to go up against AD and Jokic? Ooh, that's a disadvantage. He's too green. Nope. Even before AD got hurt, he was a problem. You have to account for him. Offensively and now also defensively. Jokic, one of the reasons I was confident in Denver is, what are you going to do about Jokic's passing ability? Even if you can stop him from scoring, which is hard, he can take you out to the three-point line. He can score inside, and he's a genius-level passer with eyes in the back of his head. What are you going to do? Ayton bothered him. Jokic in the second half looked like he had been working. And that's DeAndre Ayton, and then Ayton can also get his. So I'm not saying Ayton is better than Jokic, but he's a counterbalance. He's a balance to Jokic in this series. And considering Ayton was the guy coming into this season who was actually the biggest question mark, your number one overall pick was already pretty good. One of the reasons I liked him since the preseason. Wait, a backcourt of Chris Paul and Booker? You got Mikal Bridges, and I keep bringing up Cam Johnson, who's off the bench now because you have Jay Crowder, and DeAndre Ayton is your, hey, what's he going to give you? If he gives you this, The Suns are live to get out of the West.
Well,
if Ayton gives you that.
Listen, Ayton definitely negated Jokic to some degree. He dropped 20 and 10 last night. He's been very consistent throughout these playoffs and deserves a lot of credit. And if he continues to do that, he deserves all the praise that Max has given him, and I'm not knocking that. On a side note, you brought up Marvin Bagley. He's been pretty much hurt the last 2 years, so I'm not going to get on him. Missed about 29 games this past season. Missed about damn near 70 games the season before that. It's been injury prone. I get it. But if you Marvin Bagley, we're going to remind you again, my brother, member of the Sacramento Kings. You got DeAndre Ayton now. You got Luka. You got Trey. And in the middle is you. You're on the verge of being considered Darko Milicic, all right? Get it together, my brother. You got to be in that mix, okay? So get your health right and get ready to
Don't want to be known for freestyling
that's
more
right.
than
That's right. You got your rap album that came out in 2019, but you paid to play ball. Let's get it together. In the end, when it comes down to getting back to Phoenix, I'm just telling you, that crowd is something. And Mikal Bridges showed up last night and showed out. This brother was balling. And I've been a fan of Cameron Payne now, watching him throughout these playoffs, coming off that bench, filling in for CP3 the way that he has. He's aggressive, made some heady mistakes last night, but for the most part, he's been playing very, very well, and he's aggressive. These cats ain't scared of anybody. The only thing is, I will say this that I noticed, Max. Aaron Gordon, guarding Devin Booker. Now, Devin Booker didn't look like he looked against the Lakers.
Aaron Gordon's been excellent for this team.
This dude,
both ends of the floor.
This dude, both ends of the floor.
Yes.
He's strong. He's a mismatch for almost anybody who's guarding him.
You can't
on
leave him
Phoenix.
alone on the outside.
understand?
He shoots that with confidence.
I understand that, but the point is that he can big boy them.
Yeah.
And that's a problem because if he's successful in doing that, Max, then they'll need to bring help. That help might come in the form of an Ayton. If that happens and you're able to get him into foul trouble, you got a problem because yesterday, like late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, Ayton picked up his first foul. So if you're Denver and you're Coach Malone, you got to attack him to get him out of the game and make them go small because there's really no answer for Jokic anyway.
That's very good analysis.
But especially if you get Ayton in foul trouble. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.